Alrighty guys, in this video I'm going to share with you how we helped a roofing company go from $1 million in revenue to $2 million in revenue just last year. So this roofing business came to us and they were doing $1 million in revenue. They've been doing around $1 million in revenue for the past 3-4 years. And the owner came to us and he said that he's ready to take the business to the next level. And so we implemented a digital marketing advertising plan for him. We put that together, we put it into action, and we were able to help him add $1 million. So last year he did $2 million of revenue in total. Now, probably the big question a lot of people are going to have is, well, how much did he spend in marketing? He spent around $60,000 in marketing. So $60,000 in marketing to get $1 million in additional revenue at a 30% gross profit margin. How much additional gross profit? That's an additional $300,000 in gross profit. So those numbers work out really, really well for this specific business. Now, let's talk about the math behind the advertising of how we got there. So with his total spending for advertising, between paying us, paying for ads, being $60,000, he was able to generate 400 additional leads for the whole year. Leads. Now, if you guys have ever invested in advertising or know anything about advertising, you know that just because he got 400 leads doesn't mean he got 400 customers. 400 leads also does not mean he got 400 sales appointments. Out of these 400 leads, he turned 60% of these leads into appointments, which that comes out to, I have it written down over there. Okay, 240. That's 240 appointments. Now, this company, we looked at his numbers. He has a close rate of about 28%. That means out of those 240 appointments, he closed 28% of them into customers. So if we take that 28% on the 240, that is 67 sales. Great. So that's 67 roofing jobs that he added to his business for all of last year. Now, when looking at his numbers, his average job size for a roof replacement is about $15,000. So he did roofs that are much smaller, he did roofs that are much bigger, but it came out to around $15,000 per job. So if we take that 67 sales and multiply it by an average ticket of $15,000, that gets us just over $1 million. Equals 1 million. I think it's 1,005,000. My commas aren't right. But essentially $1 million in additional revenue. So now what the cool thing about this is this business right here, he spent $60,000 in advertising. He now has a $2 million business. And if the gross profit is $300,000 on $1 million, that's $600,000 of gross profit for the whole year that this business did. So now that he has more profit, we can invest more into advertising. We set up his advertising and his business in a way where we can double how much he's spending in advertising and double the amount of leads that he's getting, which means we can essentially, we can add another $1 million. So now the conversations that we're having with this business are, okay, we go from 1 million to 2 million. Now let's go from 2 million to 3 million, 3 million to 4 million, 4 million to 5 million, etc. Every business owner has different goals. This business owner specifically, he does not want to be a $15 million, $100 million company. That's not an aspiration that he has. but he would like to, in the next couple of years, get to around $5-6 million in revenue. And so what we're going to do is we're going to slowly and carefully and strategically start increasing how much we're spending on advertising and expanding the advertising strategy to start hitting new goals. So hopefully this math is helpful and maybe inspirational to some of you. Yeah, appreciate you watching the video.